Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back once again to the OR News broadcast. It is 6 o'clock, and that means it's time for our daily English Flash News edition, in which we have prepared a translated version of today's news stories for those of you who are more comfortable in English. In today's news, the Prime Minister of Serbia, Aleksandar Vucic, is currently in Tirana for a two-day visit. Mr. Vucic is the first Serbian Prime Minister to visit Albania. An official welcome ceremony was hosted by Prime Minister Rama at the Palace of Brigades in honor of the visit. The two prime ministers held a meeting together and gave a press conference shortly afterwards. They both expressed their desire to further develop the ties between the two countries. Both ministers gave the message that they are willing to increase the cooperation between the nations, which are both trying to construct a new future after a past full of division. Mr. Rama said that the will of the Albanian government is unshaken, and that they will move forward with the agenda to have a region without borders, in which the barriers that have been built throughout the years between Albanians and Serbians will fall. Mr. Rama said, "Today, Albanians and Serbians have the chance to do the best thing for themselves and for each other, and to do what the French and the Germans did for themselves and for Europe after World War II." Along the same lines, Mr. Vucic said that Serbia wants to have good relations with Albania, and stressed that they are much better than they were before. He said, "We are on the right path to do something more, and I would like to extend the hand of friendship to the Albanian people, regardless of our different opinions." The two prime ministers accepted the fact that they have different opinions about Kosovo. Mr. Vucic expressed the opinion that Kosovo is still a part of Serbia. He said that Kosovo is still a territory of Serbia, even though Albania believes it to be independent. He added, "We do not agree on all the issues, like that of Kosovo and its status. However, the two countries are talking to each other." On his part, Prime Minister Rama repeated what he said in Belgrade, that he doesn't feel provoked by Serbia's stance on Kosovo. He added that he holds the conviction that recognizing Kosovo would be liberating for Serbia. He said, "Even though we have plenty of disagreements on Kosovo, this doesn't diminish the value of the dialogue between Serbia and Kosovo, which is the opening of a new chapter between Albania and the Serbs." Mr. Vucic made the statement that the flying of the drone in the Serbia-Albania football match had a political agenda, but Rama assured him that Greater Albania is not the project or the vision of Albania. He said that their only agenda is to be united in the path toward the EU. Unlike the conference in Belgrade, both ministers seemed relaxed and at ease with one another. Mr. Vucic will be closely guarded by the police during his two-day visit here in Tirana. During the joint press conference with the Serbian Prime Minister, Mr. Rama briefly spoke about the recent events in Kumanov, emphasizing once again that the events show how fragile the peace in the region really is. Rama clarified that he did not threaten Macedonia with a NATO bloc, but as a NATO member, he asked for the respect of the Ohrid Agreement. He said, "I did not threaten Macedonia, and I did not announce any intention to declare a veto against them. We are NATO members, and we speak on behalf of NATO. It was in this context that I expressed my attitude." Yesterday evening, we received a confirmation of the presence of the Macedonian Prime Minister in the Vienna Economic Forum. The events in Kumanova proved the fragility of the peace in the Balkans. Albania sees the territorial integrity and the functioning of Macedonia as being in the best interest of the Albanians living in Macedonia, said Prime Minister Rama. Tirana will be welcoming the region's prime ministers tomorrow for the Vienna Economic Forum. The opening ceremony for the forum will be held this evening at 7 o'clock at the Palace of Brigades. The Vienna Economic Forum is held in the framework of the Berlin Summit, and the countries of the region will present their economic projects. Albania, Serbia, Montenegro, Bosnia, Kosovo, Macedonia, and Greece will all be participating. The forum will begin tomorrow at 9 a.m. in the Palace of Congress in Tirana. Only 6 of the prime ministers are expected at the summit, as the Greek prime minister declined the invitation, choosing to send another minister in his place. The participation of the Macedonian prime minister was announced by Mr. Rama today in the press conference he held with Aleksandar Vucic. Tomorrow, it seems, Tirana will be the center of the region. A conference against violent extremism was held today, attended by the Interior Minister Saimir Tahiri and the U.S. Ambassador Donald Lu. According to Minister Tahiri, the problem of terrorism and extremism threatens all countries equally. He said that Albania is not immune to this problem, a fact that has been demonstrated by the latest developments in the region. The minister said that extremism can only be fought through the spreading of knowledge and economic development. The minister highlighted that the number of Albanian fighters traveling to Syria is now 0, adding that those who have gone to fight now wish to return home again. The American ambassador to Albania, Mr. Donald Lu, said that an international strategy is needed in the war against terrorism. He said, "Thousands of people have joined ISIS, and the whole world is concerned about the violent acts being committed by the ISIS militants. Everyone should do a better job in the fight against terrorism. Albania's work for a national strategy and action plan should be an inspiration to other countries in the region. The fighters use Islam to justify their violence," emphasized Ambassador Lu. Over 116 tons of dangerous chemicals have been accumulated in the Tirana area, waiting to be sent to 3 other countries to be destroyed. These dangerous chemicals are in Qafmole, the touristic mountain area of Daiti. The OSCE presence has provided assistance in the destruction of dangerous chemicals and has offered equipment to help destroy excess ammunition as well. The OSCE General Secretary said that he will continue to provide assistance to Albania in the destruction of chemical materials. The Defense Minister Mimi Koveli said that these materials are risky, not only for the environment, but for the people as well. She said that if they are not destroyed, they can be used by criminal groups. The chemicals have been collected from military facilities all over the country and have been safely and carefully packed and gathered at Qafmole at the end of 2013. This was part of the OSCE project in Albania, which was funded by several member states of the OSCE. Today, the transportation process began as the chemicals are being shipped out to 3 other countries, Greece, Sweden, and Portugal. There the chemicals will be destroyed. Since 2008, Albania has been making efforts to destroy excess ammunition and poisonous chemicals. Despite the recent efforts and projects to transform the city of Vlora into a touristic city, there are still a number of road segments that are in very bad condition. The segment of road known as the former camp of the employees is quite damaged. This road is a national axis that leads to the beaches of the area and also to the beaches of Saranda, Vermi, Himara, and Orukum. Erosion, sewage, illegal constructions, and overly heavy vehicles have greatly damaged this road, which is important for the touristic attraction to the city of Vlora. The citizens say that reconstructing the road will fix the heavy traffic that is common in this area. It is feared that the city of Vlora is not ready for the touristic season of this year, which has already begun. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all of our news for this evening. Thank you for watching. Please join us again tomorrow at the same time for more Albanian news in English. Thanks, and have a great night.